Good morning. I'm back at the same property that I hunted in the last video. It's a new property to me, so I'm still trying to learn it. My goal was this morning to slip in here at gray light and get down below the thicket that I set up on in the previous video. Well, it didn't take me long just to totally abort that mission. It's not terribly cold this morning, but it's below freezing. So every single step I was taking, it was like walking on potato chips. Just never-ending crunching. So I gave up on that idea and I just tucked myself up into some pine trees here. I'm sitting on the ground to have some cover. And just see what I can learn this morning. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm just scouting with my flintlock in hand. Fortunately, it's kind of cloudy, so the sun's not going to immediately warm up the leaves here and make it quieter walking. So I'm just going to hang out here until maybe mid-morning and then maybe just go do some real slow hiking around. And again, just continue to learn more about the property, figure out where the deer are, where they're going to be moving. I do have a trail camera. I might set up a trail camera if I find some good sign here, and maybe use that as some additional intel. So I'm just sort of rolling with the punches here. I'm going to just plop myself here and sit for the next few hours, see if anything happens to wander past me. is just about stupid cold out here this morning. Wind chills are at 0 or below 0. Wind's blowing, which is what's making that wind chill. Last time I talked to you, I said there wasn't any real chance of snow in the forecast. Well, we got 2 or 3 inches then, a day or two later. And now we had heavy, freezing rain, put a crust of ice over everything. But I'm still out here trying to get it done with my flintlock. That was a cool encounter with that fox that I just had. I watched it for at least 10 minutes, just zigzagging back and forth here right at first light. In my younger years, I would have took a crack at that thing, had my fur taker's license, but I was quite happy just to watch it this morning. Sometimes just enjoying what you see. It's not my target species. I'm looking for a deer, a doe, with my flintlock, so just enjoyed the show. Let him get past at about 15 yards. Maybe it'll pay off. Maybe deer will come next. Surprised to see the squirrels in different movement already this morning. As cold as it was, I wasn't sure if anything would move. Still a while until sunrise here. So I'm getting in here. Normally I try to get in way early because of all the camera gear I have to set up. But this morning I wasn't in a rush just because it was so cold. I didn't want to sit here in the dark longer than I had to. I dropped my removable sling right here below me. Kind of just blew out of my hands with a gust of wind. So hopefully that doesn't cause me trouble. The deer comes right underneath me. Hopefully I get a shot before it reaches that and smells that. It takes out. I'm going to get quiet. Keep my eyes open. Let's hope a deer comes nice and easy and gives me a very close shot. I reckon that fox is done hunting, or else he got cold like I am. Came right back through here again. 10 yards. But just sitting here thinking how fortunate I am to get to hunt as much as I do. Just the change of seasons as you hunt for a couple months straight. At the beginning of the season, there's full foliage everywhere. It is blitzing hot, hunting in a t-shirt, sweating, bugs. Fast forward now to the end of the season. We only have a few days left, and wind chills are at or below 0. Winds howling, snow and ice on the ground, no leaves, or very few leaves. It's just amazing the amount of change I get to see here in my area. Really enjoy it, and I don't want to take that for granted. And that, my friends, is why I do not get a deer with my flintlock. Obviously the gun did not go off, but that was only half the trouble. The way I flinched, I mean, I could feel myself flinch so bad right as I pulled the trigger. There's no way I could have hit anywhere close to where I was aiming, even if the gun did go off. So I'm not sure why I didn't get spark. I didn't see any spark at all. I have to review the footage. But I was just ready to soon call her quits. Had sat here all morning, froze my tail off. I looked up and I had 2 doe working straight towards me. I was trying to get the camera to turn on. The battery, it says the battery's dead, which I know it's not, but I know it's so cold that the camera was malfunctioning. Finally got that on, and they're working right towards me. Came to 15-20 yards. They were slightly quartering towards me, but I put it right there in the front shoulder and squeezed off the trigger, and obviously just jerked the trigger. No spark, no bang. They heard the click and took off out of here. They never stopped and turned around to see what was going on. They were gone. So that's it. I call her quits for this morning. I am not quitting on the season yet. I'm just froze solid right now. I got to get down, try and warm up, see why I didn't get spark, shoot off a couple of rounds, and most of all, get it in my head. At this point, it's as much a head game as anything. Obviously, I cannot flinch like that and expect to hit where I'm aiming. It's simply not going to happen. So I got to keep practicing. Shot a bunch this summer, shot this fall, trying to make it this year's the year. I had my opportunity and I blew it. I appreciate you following along with my struggles. I'm going to try. I have just a couple of days left. It's supposed to be bitterly cold here for the next couple of days, so the season's going to end cold. But if the deer continue to move, I'll continue to try here the last few days. So I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Oh, sure. Now it goes off. First try.